Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today with a review of Denis Leary's new show on FX. But before I get into that, I want to tell you a little bit about my personal history with Denis Leary. When I first started seeing him, he did a bunch of in-your-face commercials that I absolutely hated. And then I was like, I hate this guy. I don't want nothing to do with him. And then he had a movie called The Ref, which I never saw, that came out. And I said, I sure as hell don't want to see this movie. And I didn't become a fan of Denis Leary until I saw Judgment Night. Well, I either saw Operation Dumbo Drop, which I don't really remember him in that much, which I like that movie, but either I saw that first or I saw, because I remember seeing it on the Disney Channel where I saw Judgment Night on Cinemax. And when I saw Judgment Night, Denis Leary was in it. He was very good, and I became a fan of his after that. Well, he was in some movies after that, and he did Voice in the Ice Age, and then he did a great show for. I really did become a fan, and he did a great show for ABC while I was working second shift. I used to tape it all the time called The Job when he was a cop, and that lasted for like 3 seasons, and that was a damn good show. Even my dad liked it when he was still alive, and sadly, at the end of the third season, I think of The Job, I can't remember if it was the second or third season. He had to quit the show because he was going to be doing another show on FX called Rescue Me. Rescue Me was an awesome show too, and they were both equally great. And Rescue Me ended its run back in, I think, 2012. I think so. Now Denis Leary came out with a show. I remember seeing ads of it before my dad passed away on FX. I said, "Boy, that's a good show. We got to check it out." It's Denis Leary because he didn't hadn't disappointed us with either The Job or what the hell was the other one? Rescue Me yet. You know, his show's been really good, so I had big faith in it. Oh, and also at the end of The Job, they had that was the first show that I saw that had like that montage right at the end of the show where they have like a bunch of stuff happening with all these different characters and they play a song. And then you see it in a bunch of shows, especially like in the Sons of Anarchy. They did it all the time. I don't know if that show created that or was the first one to influence that thing, but that was the first time I saw it. And then I saw a bunch of other shows copying that, the montage thing at the end. Well, anyways, I couldn't remember. Like I said, my dad passed away in early June, and I knew the show came. I couldn't remember when the show came on, right? And I was looking through some stuff Tuesday night or something, and I forgot all about the show, and I said I went to On Demand, FX On Demand, and I looked up, and there was like 6 episodes and stuff like that. I was, oh crap! This weekend I got a lot of viewing to watch. And one cool thing about On Demand, you can choose now they have it so you can choose like the regular broadcast or HD, or now with uh, his new show, it said you can click the press the explicit version where he says the F word and stuff, or when the F word said. So that was different. I like that. And the new show is called Sex. Well, it's supposed to be called Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll, but I say Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll because that's how I'm used to saying it. And it basically involves he's in a band called the Heathens that broke up a long time ago. He ends up meeting this girl, ends up being his daughter that he had from a illicit affair a long time ago. A daughter he didn't have. She's like 20 something, and you know his group ended in like '94. They all broke up, and he wanted to get she wanted him. She had like $200,000, and he couldn't get a job anywhere. And she wanted him to help get the band back together and have her be the lead singer to pursue her. She wanted to be a rock and roll star, I guess. And it goes from there, and he gets the band back. And there's a lots of the movie starts out. The first 5 minutes starts out kind of like This Is Spinal Tap, and they have Dave Grohl's on it, and then like in the third episode, Joan Jett's in it, which is really cool. The first episode had a bunch of laughs in it, but the biggest problem is none of it's convincing. You don't believe they're related. Their mother, the father and daughter. It's not convincing at all. All the characters are boring, except for Denis. Denis Leary is the only one that had laughs in there. All the characters are boring except for the bald guy. He's okay. The music sucks. I mean, the music. They said they're a rock and roll band, but it's very generic rock. If you see a movie and then they go and there's a band playing and usually the band sounds really bad, really generic. That's what this band sounds like. And then when the girl comes on singing, none of it's convincing. The way it's shot is not convincing at all. When they're playing, you can tell it's all dubbed in. It looks awful. And there's 6 episodes, and it's like, the first episode there was lots of laughs. And I said, well, I'll stick with this. I'll go with the second episode, see how that is. There was 2 laughs in it, and then it started going downhill. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it all 6 episodes without completely giving up on it. The third episode was a complete waste of time, not funny at all. And I said, well, I'll give one more episode because I like Denis Leary. The 4th episode sucked, even worse. And when they're out there performing, it looks so bad. And when she's performing, she's awful. And I didn't even make it the bug. I mean, about 20 minutes in, there was still like 5 minutes left of the show. I said, I can't do it anymore. I shut off. I completely give up on sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I mean, the rating went down because I do that 1 to 10. The first episode, lots of laughs. It wasn't convincing, so I would have gave it 6 out of 10 then. Second episode, 2 laughs, but it started to go downhill. It would probably have gotten a 5, a very mild 5. Third episode, it went down to like a 3 because Joan Jett was on. It's the only thing redeeming about it. And by the 4th episode, I gave it a 1.5. This show sucks. Denis Leary, he did a really... I don't know if this show will last. I hope it doesn't because it's awful. And then I haven't been watching FX, because completely lost interest. So, Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll, a 1.5 out of 10. It absolutely sucks. And like I said, the music is so bad and so lame. And in the 3rd episode, they have his daughter. She's playing the piano. None of it, I mean, it all looks fake. It's all dubbed in the voices. And she's playing the piano. And they have that thing where she's playing and Denis Leary's looking at her. And then she's playing. You're supposed to get choked up. Not even close. And then he goes like this. So fake. Not one bit believable. This show is a complete waste of time. So, I mean, if you want to see the first episode, it has some laughs in it. That's about it. And not even worth the second episode to get the 1 or 2 tiny minute laughs in it. If you do see the first episode is about as much as I could recommend. Yeah, I don't really recommend that either. But there were some laughs in that. But this show absolutely sucks. 1.5 out of 10. So until next time, everybody, please take care, my legion. Big goose egg for Denis Leary. Or almost a goose egg. Take care, everyone.